anybody I'm going to forget.
All right, we're getting into the quarterfinals here. It's Skyfire and Rozu. Rozu did lose the knife round, so they're going to be going ahead and taking that T side of the map. Looks like it's going to be Inferno, and I'm excited because I haven't seen much from these teams. I'm not really sure what to expect, and I'm looking forward to a good match here. Okay, my name is Aaron. I haven't done much streaming in the form of CSGO before, but I'm moderately experienced with using my voice, and I like holding a conversation, so I'm hoping this is going to go well. I do play a lot of CSGO myself, and I've got a decent amount of experience behind the game. Looks like the match is not quite... Oh, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, we are live. It's the pistol round. Both teams have spread out default here. There's not too much happening yet. Some utility usage coming in from both teams, but mostly Skyhuds is checking for some information in apartments there. There is an XQ coming in towards A now from Rozu, so it'll be interesting to see how this shapes up. They're pushing Boiler now, and some entry frags coming in. Zoku gets a clear one. Oh, he's in trouble pit. He manages to find one, but goes down, and we're in a situation now where it's a 4v2 after plant. Rozu has managed to take the site, and Sky, Lado, and MTIW are in a rough spot. Yeah, Lado does fall quickly, and MTIW trades one back, but ultimately it's not going to matter. Rozu takes the pistol round somewhat convincingly. So, yeah, that was a good first round. I saw some good things from both teams there. Looks like they're going to be forcing into the second round. So, interesting decision from Skyfire. We'll see if it's going to work out for them. I know those scouts can be very deadly, and you can never underestimate the Deagles either. So, going to be a couple of UMPs, a couple of SMGs, one rifle coming in for Watts on Rozu. We'll see how effective that is. He does have head armor, which is really important if you have a rifle in the second round. Ooh, a nice tag coming in from Affinity there. Some nades to follow it up, but they're not going to find anything. And other than that, it is going to be a pretty slow start to the round here. Rozu is battling for banana control here. Looks like Skyfire is not in too much of a hurry to contest that. They're going to be giving that up. As I say that, there's a smoke and a flash coming back into banana. They are going to be contesting it. I'm not sure if they know there's a lurker here, and it caught him by surprise. Yep, that's a nice deagle shot to follow up, but they're going to trade one for one there. Meanwhile, on A, Boiler side, there is a trade coming back and forth. It's a 3v3 before you can blink, and there's two players for Rozu creeping up to Arch side. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out now. The defense is looking... They're not sure how to react to this. They need some information because they're split. And, oh, wait a minute. Sky. Oh my god. Okay. Skyfire manages to find another pick back into the game, making it a 3v2. And they haven't secured any of the weapons yet. So, Affinity finds a nice tag with a scout, but just through the edge of the wall. It's not going to do too much damage. And Rozu are going to take this bomb site, maybe. It's a 1v1 on the bomb site, and the rotation is a long way coming. So, all of this is falling on the hands of Watts now. After a bit of shoulder peeking, he does manage to find the blind spray with the USP, but he might be denied this plant by the CT that he is not... Oh, he's not checking the angle. Ooh, that was close. Unfortunately, he missed it. He's going to fake the plant and does manage to secure the final kill with 16 HP. Very close round. Skyfire had a very excellent force. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to quite convert that round. So, we are moving into a 2-0. And Skyfire is forced to full eco here. They're going to get maybe a couple pistols in, maybe a couple nades, but there's not much they're going to be able to do here. It's going to be interesting to see. Rozu does manage to up... They do fully invest into this round. They've got 5 rifles. They're not looking to farm any money with those SMGs. You might see that if they had saved some over, but that anti-eco, or that force, I should say, was so costly that they're not going to be able to have the funds to do that. Again, looks like the T's are spreading out into a default. There's a gamble stack coming here on the A-bomb site for Skyfire. And that's something that you're going to see a lot in these eco rounds. There's not much you can do against those rifles, and the best thing you have is the element of surprise. You pick some weird off angles, do some weird stacks, and just hope they walk into you, which might happen here. We might get some interesting fights as Rozu is moving up to take top mid. Oh, they're going to walk into that stack, but it's not going to matter. They managed to find 4 kills. Auto Director's freaking out a little bit. I'm getting a lot of lag here. And yeah, that's going to be it for the round. Not too much trouble there for Rozu. It got a little bit sticky. They took some damage, but ultimately it's a pretty good start. They got 3-0. This is Sky's chance to respond now. You see the AWP coming out for the CT side. And 4 rifles. They got full utility, full armor, no head armor, but against these AKs, that's not going to matter in almost any scenario. We do have some lag coming out from the GOTV, unfortunately. Combo is taking that banana control. Got that molly, smoke answer from the CT side. And this is pretty standard jockeying for position. There's going to be a lot of Molotov damage coming in for Combo, but he should be just fine. Some nades to follow up, but they're going to miss. He gets tagged down to 44. But it could have been a lot worse for him. Rozu comes in to take this top mid very aggressively, just kind of jumping through this smoke. They are trying to assert themselves here on this map, and these 2 bomb site defenders are going to be struggling. Opera goes down. Yeah, they trade 1 for 2, and that's going to be the bomb site. There's not a lot they can do here. If I was be Sky, they are now in a 2v4. This is a very strong save. Yeah. Lotto's looking to find something, but I don't think he's going to get it. Rozu played that round very well. They were very explosive, and Sky couldn't respond to it in time. We'll see what happens in the next round. Rozu is not going to be opting to hunt this because they need all the money they can get. So they're going to leave together as a team, and it looks like there's going to be not much else happening this round. So yeah, bombs exploding. We're looking at a 4-0 start for Rozu. I don't know much about the teams. I've seen some promising things from Skyfire. I would not count them out anywhere near yet. It'll be interesting to see how the next few gun rounds go. But yeah, I was going to say, it looks like Sky is going to be calling it a pause, although I can't tell for sure who called that in. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. If they decide to force into this or save, we're likely to see a half buy, some pistols, some armor, maybe a couple of bits of utility. They did save 2 M4s though, so there is the possibility they could force into this. But then, of course, if that happens, they lose that. That's a scary situation to be in, man. 5-0. They do have max loss bonus at that point, so there is a saving grace there. But we're gonna have a player disconnect from the server here. So I know normally while you're in a tech pause, you can talk about. Oh, we do get some. I think I can mute that voice. I apologize. We got some voices coming through here. You keep it in? Okay. Yeah, we can keep it in. Yeah, so normally during this time we can talk about the players and the background of the teams and how the matchup looks, but I really don't know much about that. So I can just talk a little bit about myself, I suppose. My name's Aaron, and I've been a part of the growing esports scene at the high school and collegiate level for the last few years now. I've loved watching it grow, and I'm happy to be a part of it in any way that I can. I'm part of an ESEA team as well that participates in the ESEA leagues, but I'm not very good. So I hang out with my friends, and I'm the coach of the team, but I don't really do much playing. I sub in occasionally when needed. But yeah, I love CS. I love esports, and I'm interested to get into casting. I've always liked talking and presenting myself. This is actually the first live cast I've done, so it's going to be interesting to listen to this back and see how I do. I appreciate the viewers out there who might be listening to this, and yeah, thanks for listening. The match is still paused here, and I'm thinking I really like these skins. One of the things that's been crazy to me is seeing how much more expensive a lot of the CS skins have gotten lately. I thought that Valve cracked down a lot of the CS:GO gambling stuff a few years ago, and I thought that might have a massive negative impact on the skin economy. And in the short term, it did, but in the long term, it didn't seem to do anything. A lot of these skins are getting a lot more expensive as they continue to grow older. The M4A4 Poseidon, I had one a few years ago. I sold for $150, and it's now worth around 400, 500, I think. So that's been interesting to watch grow. And I'm not sure. I don't have very many expensive skins myself. I used to, but that was a while ago. Okay, we do have our 5th player for Skyfire finally getting back into the server. I hope there wasn't anything too concerning there. I'm hoping we should see the match unpause fairly soon and we can get going. It looks like they're going to be opting for the half buy. They're not fully investing into this round. So we'll see what happens. They do only have 2 rifles and a few pistols, but you can never count those pistols out, man. Those deagles can be so deadly. You peek the wrong corner, you get pre-fired in the wrong angle, and you're just dead before you even know what hits you. Those are a force to be reckoned with. We're going to see 3 stack towards B again. MTIW, Leaky, and whoever the 3rd player is. I'm sorry. Okay, so there is a B side hold right away. Lotto gets picked, and this might end badly. Oh, there's a smoke spam coming through on both teams. It looks like neither team is coming out worse for wear in this situation. Both teams took some trade damage through that smoke, but ultimately not too much went down. Rozu taking their time. You know, they're not exactly sure what they're up against. They're poking up this banana, going for this control together. Not playing very fast and loose. You see a couple of players out towards the B apps just continuing to hold those angles. Just waiting to see if there's an aggressive push from the CTs, which will happen sometimes. That's nature of the force rounds, anti-eco rounds, whatever you want to call, or eco rounds, whatever you want to call them. Sometimes you need to get aggressive, get cheeky, make some interesting plays. But looks like it's not going to be this round. There is a trade that comes through, but again, Rozu's still in a 4v3. There is an AK recovered for Leaky, so they're going to get that nice little consolation prize, but there's just one lone A-site bomb defender. He does manage to get 2. Sky takes 2 down in A-site. Very impressive pistoling skills. We got an interesting situation now. So the bomb will go down, but Rozu are now in a 2v2, and the Sky have every chance of winning this round. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Rain is locked inside the bomb site, and Charizard is moving towards the pit. Oh, I can't believe MT didn't see him there. Leaky knows where one player is now, but at the end of the day, timing couldn't be worse for Leaky. He misses pit just as Charizard checks it. And yeah, he's trying to bait out these players, force out these angles, but he does manage to find the player inside the site, but the time is ticking. He's got a kit. He's going to have to stick this. Yeah, there's just no time. Manages to get the final kill and escape with his life. But, oh, I spoke too soon. Okay. In the end, Leaky is going to fall to the bomb. Very, very good effort. I have to commend them for how hard they fought for that round. Sky did really well. Unfortunately, that superior firepower from Rozu just proved to be too much. But, you know, that's a good morale boost going into this second gun round here. It'll be interesting to see what happens. We do see Affinity has brought that op back out. He's bringing that towards the A-bomb site. And we do have a 3-stack towards B again. Now, I'm surprised to see this on the gun round. You know, you'd think that they would stack up more towards A on the gun round. Normally, it's a pretty standard 3-2. They might have one person playing fast rotate between the sites. Maybe they know something I don't about how Rozu likes to play this map. We'll see how it shakes down. MT gets aggressive in Banana, does manage to find some spray onto Zuko, who is hopping around behind that smoke. Gonna bring him down to about half health here. And it looks like Rozu is going to be grouping up towards that A-bomb site. You see them taking abs control. Oh, okay, so a pick goes the way of Rozu in Banana, but it's traded back almost instantly by Sky on A with that op. A force to be reckoned with. Zuko is taking control of this Banana, and now it looks like Rozu aren't sure what to do. They're thinking about that B bomb site. Now that they just picked a defender, that looks awfully tantalizing. They're starting to shift over, and Skyfire is also wary about this. They are gamble stacking because they've got information. Gumpton's pushed all the way up in alt mid. He's got a direct line of sight on everybody, and he says, guys, they are not A. They are coming B. You guys need to get over there. And they have been. We're going to see a boost up towards Flower Pots with Leaky. Affinity's posting underneath him with the op, and we are going to see Skylotto in that back corner. Molly comes down, flashes come in. This is an execute. We see a player inside the site. Leaky is going to spot out Combo. Combo is taken down by Sky inside the site. Trade goes through. Oh, they're not expecting Leaky. They're not expecting Leaky. Leaky manages to control that spray to find 2. And Affinity finishes it off with that op again. Very well played from everybody there on Skyfire. That was a great round, and I'd like to see a lot more of it. And now you can see the toll that those close rounds have had on Rozu's economy. It's shot. They got a few players who can't even buy up a full weapon armor utility. They have to take a save here. They have to pistol armor half buy because they just cannot afford a full buy right now. Only one round they lost, and it's over for them. Their economy's been reset. So, you know, I'm going to try to avoid... Oh, God, that nade damage is brutal. I'm going to try to avoid counting myself out this early because I tend to... I've made wrong predictions before, but I think this round should be in the bag for Skyfire. And Affinity hits a nice shot to start off. Leaky does fall in wrap position. This is dangerous, but Affinity is holding his nerve. He's holding his shots. He manages to take 3 with him, and they have recovered an op. So this is still a little bit dangerous for the CTs. They have to be careful here, but it's a 3v2, and they should be able to clean this up. They don't have control of Arch now, which is scary. MT does have the information that they're not in mid, so all Skylotto has to do is hold this CT spawn area. Gumpton's got a good position inside the pit. Looks like Sky might bump into Rozu. This comes down to timing. He checks the corner. He sees it. Falls back. Good. That information was really important for the CTs. They should know that both of these players are here towards library. And this should be like all Rozu is doing right now is just holding, hoping that one of the CTs makes a mistake. It's not happening, so they have to creep into the bomb site. Yeah, there's the op, and Sky Gumpton should have no problem finishing off the Stiegler. There it is. Watts falls, and the CTs have got their second round. So that's pretty cool to see. This game is going to get, I hope, a lot closer, because that's always more exciting, right? You see Sky performing very well with that op. He's got 9-6. There's a few players they're still waiting to have come online there. We see Skylotto struggle in 2 and 5. But Sky, the best player in the server right now, Affinity, I'm sorry, I should say. And yeah, we're off to this. Rozu do manage to have a full buy come into this. They've got full armor, full utility. For the most part, they're missing a few grenades maybe. They've got plenty of flashbangs, a few smokes. Like they're ready for this round as much as any other round. The CTs are playing very passive up banana here. They've given up that they're willing to hold from sight, it looks like. And that's some information that I'm not sure you'd want to give up. That banana information can be very useful to get an edge. Oh, MT expects the boost, still takes a bit of damage, but ultimately escapes with his life, which is more than I expected he'd escape with, if I'm being perfectly honest. I would have expected that boost to catch him by surprise. So, looks like there's not much happening here. Smoke's coming in from MT, but that's just to delay a potential push, which is not coming, as we have the pleasure of seeing the map. So, the terrorists are starting to group up towards that A-bomb site. Gumpton waits behind the smoke, hits a nice spam. Both players get traded, but Charizard down to just 13 HP, man. That's gotta suck. They're starting to take over Arch control now, sure, Rozu, but besides that, they're getting whittled down. Watts is dead, and oh, Gumpton. Excellent, well played flash from his teammate. Gumpton finds 2. It's a 4v2 now. The T's are scrambling to make something work. Charizard is alone with the bomb in CT with 13 HP, and he should get picked off by MT here, no problem. Yeah, he's not even expecting it. That's the freest kill of MT's life. Skyfire find their 3rd round, and Rozu find their 2nd eco. Cool. Alright. This is interesting. I like that urban mask. You know, I like the more expensive kind of knives like the Karambit and the Bayonet that have somewhat, you know, more scarred skins that don't look as flashy. I think that's got some personality, some character to it that, I don't know, I just find charming. Looks like the T's are going to be opting for a full eco here. They've got just a couple of P250s, a couple of flashbangs to smoke. Looking for maybe a cheeky little apartments burst, you know, as we continue the round here. But, oh, that nade didn't hurt nearly as much as I thought it might. The CTs are playing safe, though. Sky is falling back into pit. Gumpton, I'm sorry. I'm going to keep doing that. Affinity's falling back into the site, and there's a burst coming out from... Oh, Sky heard him fall, and this is a meat grinder. They're all falling. It's desperation out here for the T's. Not a goddamn thing to do. Leaky holds the site exceptionally well. Affinity chimes in with his own op kill, and I was watching the pit player, but he didn't have to do much of anything. He just kind of sat there and looked pretty. So, not that there's anything wrong with that, you know. Sitting there and looking pretty is an important job sometimes. Gotta smile for the cameras. But this is going to net Sky their 4th round now. So, we're getting close, guys. The scoreline's tightening up. The T's are spreading out default to start out this round. Oh, I love the op containment breach. It's a beautiful skin. MT surprised by a quick push-up banana. Zuko's gonna net his first kill of the round. And the follow-up nade from Lotto trades back. Oh no. Rozu, what started out so promising, turned so unfortunate for them as a few more trades chimed in and the mighty fell. It's left down to just 2. Watts and Charizard are stuck. They've got the bomb T-spawn. They're both on separate sides of the map, just poking. Praying the CTs make a mistake and push something they shouldn't be pushing. But it's not going to happen because these players so far have shown themselves to be very disciplined. The T's are ultimately going to be grouping up towards that banana and pushing towards that B site because that might be the only option they have at this point. Molly going to come in, and it is a fake, maybe. We're going to have to see what happens. He tried to run away and make that runaway sound so that the CTs on site might hear it, but it looks like they weren't fooled. We got 3 players stacked towards that B bomb site, and this should wrap up pretty quick. Charizard's ready to check these angles. He's clearing as fast as he can. There's only 20 seconds left on the clock. Yeah, Sky Lotto manages to pick up the first kill. Leaky chimes in with the second, and this round is over, and has been over for some time, if I'm being honest. This score is all tied up. Terrorist loss bonus is starting to get pretty big now. You see them chiming in with that max loss bonus themselves, because the tables have turned. That being said, no bomb plant means they still don't have money to fully invest into this round. They're going to be taking a half buy again. Their 3rd half investment of the game. So, unless they surprise these CTs, get some nutty individual plays, this is not going to end well for them. And MT is not going to let that happen. He chimes in with his first kill of this round. Spams through that smoke some more. Rain is wishing he had positioned himself a little bit differently, struggling down there on just 21 HP. The T's have managed to take some control in top, mid, and apps, but a quick flash from the CTs is going to net Gumpton 2 quick kills. A dink does come through from Watts. He tries his best to trade out his teammate, but it's not going to happen. And the CTs have got themselves an excellent position here. See, now they left 1 player in control of Banana. That's going to be empty. And all he's doing is making sure he's got that information. Oh, Sky Lotto. I'm not sure why he was pushed up that far. I don't think he had to be that extended. The T's are going to find a kill, but... Oh, look at this. That is pretty. Gumpton finds a 4K in this round. All right. Skyfire take the lead after being down 0-5. They have now come back to 6-5. Let's see how well they can finish this half out. Gonna see again Affinity with that op. Gonna see an op coming out on Rain for the T side. Ooh, a run boost in mid. Affinity not gonna come away with anything this time, but I'd love to see that net a kill in the future. The T's are gonna be grouping up towards B though. And MT is going to be the first line of defense here at this B bomb site. He's holding the angle. It looks like these T's are not going to waste any time. They're getting ready to throw their smokes, their flashes, whatever they got. They want to take this bomb site. They've got full banana control. They've only got 1 lurker towards A. Are going to have the smoke start to come in here. And we're just waiting. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, Molly's coming in. Lotto is aggressive. He's going. He got flashed in by his teammate. He's peeking for info. And he's going to find it. I think he should have saw Rain, but Watts is just going to take his head off. Watts doesn't have time for that, man. And now it's just Leaky and MT locked in that bomb site. They've got to fend off 4 terrorists by themselves. The rotate and CT suddenly feels a long way away. Although that being said, a beautiful flashbang from that rotate, and that's a kill. MT manages to find one through his own spray. The lurker kill gets picked up over on that A bomb site by Gumpton, and a few quick kills from Rain and Charizard chime right back, and Gumpton finds himself in a 1v2 before I can blink. As you can see, I'm still getting better at this play-by-play casting. It's not something I'm used to. Charizard and Rain both find themselves deep in that bomb site, and Dark and Nubox. I don't know if Gumpton's going to expect it. Oh, he does see the edge of Charizard. Oh, God, glorious angle to find. That's going to be a nice kill from him. Oh, if he just had the foresight to nade. Oh, the nade comes in. Oh, God. I was just about to say that nade could kill Rain, but he peeks out at just the perfect time. Sometimes CSGO is the game of time. You just have to guess when something's going to happen. It very well played by both of them. It just didn't go the way of Skyfire, but they've built up quite a bank. See, now contrast this with the 5-0 start that Rozu had, okay? Rozu lost 1 round. They were forced to half buy. They had to whip out the pistols. They had nothing left in the bank. Now, Skyfire lost a round on the CT economy, which is well-known, notorious for being much more difficult to maintain, and they've managed to keep, even after fully reinvesting, an average of about $3,000, $4,000 on each player. So, they're going to have at least another buy-in after this, and even if they lose, Gumpton playing in the smoke. This is a dangerous game, my friend. Combo is on the other side of that. Gumpton spots him first, turns around, tries to find himself a second, but he's going to be traded back by Zuko. And this A bomb site might start to look a bit more tantalizing for the T side as they find themselves in their 4v4 in this match. Round number 13 now. Gets a bit quieter as the T's try to decide what their next play is going to be. It's going to be a smoke coming in for Arch, a flash coming in for Lane as the T's start taking top mid and start pushing towards this A bomb site. We find a few defenders here have all grouped up towards this site. MT is spraying through the smoke trying to find something. Leaky is going to be the first line of defense here at the apartments, and Skylotto is tucked inside that bomb site. Zuko is peeking for info. This is just a matter of timing, which angle gets checked, whether players get flashed. This explosion's happening now. Leaky is going to chime in and defend his teammate, but he falls off after seeing that op. Skylotto chimes in with 2. Excellent play. Leaky is going to maybe spam that third. No, it's Sky. Should have been watching Sky. Sky claims all of it. Sky nets himself a nice little... Was that a 4K? An ace? I'm sorry, that went fast. He did an excellent job inside that site. Now, I said he wasn't quite in the server a few rounds ago. I can't say that anymore. That was very well played from Lotto. And that's something that I'm happy to be seeing, that double op setup coming out from the Skyfire squad. It's cool to see. And again, Rozu didn't get that bomb plant. They've got... they had still a very big loss bonus, but it just doesn't matter for them. They didn't get that bomb plant. They're not going to be able to buy. A rush comes in through A now. The T's are quick. Sky Affinity, insane flick with the op, but it's not going to be enough. It's a dangerous position for him to hold in the apartments alone with that op, but it doesn't matter. He goes down, sure, but the rest of his team is quick to chime back in with that flank. And that round was over again before I could blink. Skyfire trying to, this is crazy, okay? So, started out 0-5. It took him a second. It took him a little bit to get a hold of what Rozu was doing and how to respond, but once they managed to find that out, it was over, man. Wow. This has been a great second half of the first half from Skyfire. They've scored 8 rounds in the last 9, and that's pretty freaking impressive. So, there's going to be a trade coming in through here, Banana. Unfortunately for the CTs, a 4v4. But Affinity finds another pick in mid and makes it a nice, comfy 4v3. So. The terrorists, again, find themselves down a man and unsure of how to handle themselves and where to go. This is just a brick wall they're up against on this defense here. And the Skyfire are looking good right now. They're looking dang good here in these quarterfinals. It's going to be really interesting to see how Zuko, how combo and how the rest of this squad can find a way back into this match, because right now they are just getting locked out. The score is still close. It's 8-6, but man, it doesn't feel like 8-6. These rounds have been brutal for Rozu. They have been getting decimated at every turn, finding success in only one of the last 9 rounds. Although they might find more success now, as there does seem to be a bit of a drift away from the B bomb site here. If CT gets smoked, MT is going to find himself alone in this bomb site with an op. Oh god, that timing. He gets a nade out. He's going to have to pull off something magical here to try to hold this bomb site. And he's just going to back off. His teammate behind him chimes in with that kill. Again, we're going to see Leaky chiming in. He's trying to hold this bomb site. 15 seconds left. Oh, a nice flash from his teammate. And this is going to put our nice terrorist friend in a 1v2 and a 0v2 because he is dead. Affinity hit chimes in with that op, and it's over. This is going to be a 9-6 half, guys. Wow. I did not expect that coming into this. Well, I didn't expect anything coming into this, but after seeing those first 5 rounds, I was worried for Skyfire. You know, they were struggling, but it's really impressive to see how they managed to hold their mental fortitude as a team. You know, they had a technical issue they had to call timeout for. Things weren't looking great, okay? But they brought it back, they held it together. And now let's see if Rozu can do the same. You know, it's a new half. You know, new half, new you. They got that pistol round coming up here after a very short break. And yeah, it'll be fun to see. I'm excited to watch this. A little bit of a break coming in here as we just wait for this this half to get rolling. Looks like it's going to come through any second.
These are those moments I don't think anybody else is going to forget.
So, we are underway with the second half here, and Rozu is going to be chiming in with 4 bodysuits of armor and a couple of flashes. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'd like to see more utility coming in. You know, those headshots with pistols can be so deadly, but also unpredictable, hard to hit. So, armor could come in useful, we'll see. Looks like Gumpton and Sky are taking these aim duels here in the banana. They're winning them too. Rozu are falling. That's 3 kills. And the GOTV is lagging a little bit. I'm sorry about that, but there we go. It comes through for them. And this round, convincing win from Sky. They are here to play. Watts does manage to find the head of MT, a small consolation prize, but that's all he's going to find. It's over. This pistol round is done. And I'm starting to be worried that so might be the game. This is something interesting here. Are Rozu going to decide to force is the big question. They do have enough money now. If they do full save, they might be able to get a halfway decent buy into the next round. And that's what they're going to do. You see a couple of nades come in and a Zeus, but that's it. Now, this is dangerous for them. Honestly, I would have liked to see a force here. Those scouts and those deagles, again, like I said before, can be so deadly. Remember the first force round that Skyfire had last game where they came oh so tantalizingly close to winning that round, you know? Versus now, they're going to be saving, but moving into the next round, you know, barring some miracle where they win this pistol round, which just, to be frank, isn't going to happen. See how the CTs are already struggling. He went down. It's just combo down here on the B bomb site. Getting back to my thought, though, while we just let this meat grinder take place. After this round, they're still not going to have a very good buy. They're going to get M4, you know, body armor, maybe some nades. Not anywhere near the buy they're going to want, though. There's not going to be an op. There's not going to be a lot of grenades, a lot of utility. They're going to have to rely on their raw skill in aiming in the next round to carry them over. Unless they can steal away a couple of guns here, you know, get a cheeky Zeus kill. Charizard on that Zeus, it remains to be seen what he could pull off over there on that A-bomb site. He's got a long rotate. And something tells me these Skyfire players are not going to give away anything too important. Those MAC-10s are probably going to go farming, but I'm guessing they're going to hold those AKs close to their chest. And, yeah, a dink does come through on Leaky there, but that's all they're going to find. And this round is a clean round, flawless for Skyfire. So now this is interesting. Look at the money. 4,100, 4,000, 4,400. They're going to get, yeah, this is nowhere near a full buy. This is a scrappy buy, to say the best. We got 4 rifles, but 3 of them are from Moss's, and we've got 1 SMG. So they do manage to get full grenades because they sacrificed the firepower of those rifles. So maybe they can work with that utility, but man, this is scary. I would not like this if I was Rozu. I would not be happy with this buy. And you can see the result. They're getting aggressive in banana. They're trying to make a play here because they need one. You know, they're at a firepower disadvantage. They got to make something happen. They took that banana control, didn't find anything, and now they're falling back. But it was a good effort nonetheless. And those T's are grouping up towards A, where 3 CTs lie in wait holding that bomb site. Leaky is going to come out apps, and Gumpton is going to fall into the bomb site. Sky trades 1. Oh, Affinity trades 2 back. Team killing his teammate. Oh, they don't expect Charizard here in the bomb site. Oh, Charizard finds 1, but he gives himself away in the process, and Combo's the only one left. He does manage to find a prize in that bomb site and earn himself a 1 versus 1. Affinity's kind of low. Combo could win this round. Oh. Affinity plays it well, holds his nerve, doesn't step up to that angle, and finds himself that kill. He's rewarded handsomely for it. Yeah, it lagged. I'm not sure. Are you listening to all of this? Oh, okay. Yeah. So we're back. Yeah, the GeoTV's been acting a little buggy, but overall it's been pretty good. I haven't noticed too many issues. I can cycle back and forth between the players a bit, and it usually knocks that out. So yeah, these CTs have found themselves on another eco round. They've got a few pistols, 1 grenade. I kind of would have liked to see a stack here. You know, I would have loved to see maybe 4 players shifted towards the A bomb site or 4 towards B. Get something like that going, because desperate times call for desperate measures, and man, these are some desperate times for Rozu. They need to find something out here, and they need to find it soon. It looks like it's not going to be this round though, because that banana is falling. Now I say that Watts does find a consolation prize back towards mid, but it's not going to be enough. He finds a nice headshot, sure, but ultimately that B bomb site is now sitting wide open. All it takes is for Skyfire to go in there and grab it. And the CTs, again, they're in no position to do much about it. Got 2 players still stuck up towards Boiler there, and Rain is holding CT side of B, but he's not in that bomb site. He's going to be able to contest from coffins or push through a smoke or something, maybe. But I can't see him getting more than 1, maybe 2 kills. If they're completely surprised by him, maybe 2. But I don't know. I feel like they'd be ready for this. Yeah, they're watching that smoke. They know these 3 CTs have got to be somewhere, and Rain isn't even going for it. If I was these CTs, I'd be playing for exit frags. I'd say, okay, let's group up, just wait, and see if maybe we can get some kills on the way out, grab away, cheese away some guns, but that's not going to happen. Watts and Charizard both locked in this church here. There's no CT smoke now, so the terrorists would surely see them if they tried to leave. Unless, of course, they all leave through banana first. So they are going to hold that bomb site. They're not going to let ninja defuse take place. And they're going to hold that gun, too. I don't think the CTs are going to collect anything. Rozu might be able to grab that AK on the site, but he's just going to die. That bomb blast is a beautiful thing. And Skyfire, commanding lead now. Rozu have got not too many chances to pull this game back. 13-6. Round 5 of the second half, and Rozu's got to figure something out quick, man. They got the op coming in again. I don't know. Sky has looked so powerful. After a 0-5 start, they find themselves up 13-6. I mean, if that's not power, that's not domination, that's not putting your foot down and saying, we own this map, I don't know what is. There is going to be a bit of nade damage coming in banana, favoring the side of Rozu, and a team and a flashbang coming in is going to net them actually a first pick in this round. So that's something. You know, I said they needed to find a way back into this game. That's a good start. It's a long hill they got to climb. That's the first step. Watts flashes himself in and eats a nade for his reward. He's not going to find anything there. I'm not sure why he throws flashbang. It seems like a waste of a flash to me, just to stall, I suppose. And it looks like the T's are grouping up towards A, which is unfortunate for them because they've got 4 CTs waiting and ready for this A hit. They might have a sixth sense and double back, but it looks like they're committing to this bomb site take. So, heaven help them, because God knows Skyfire sure, or God knows Rozu sure won't. I'm sorry, I almost got the scene mixed up there for a second. Yeah. Look at this. Beautiful push through the smoke from Watts. Finds himself a first, a second, and Combo also chiming in with 2 of his own. And this round is wrapped up. That step turned into a few steps now as Rozu at their 7th round with 4 players still alive. They got themselves a nice bank now. And Skyfire suddenly finding themselves in a little bit of heat. We see a Galil coming out. They still manage a full buy with most of the utility they could possibly want. But it's a little stressed. You see $100 on Affinity, $750 on Lotto, and $800 on Gumpton. The other 2 aren't doing much better. So yeah, this is Rozu's chance. I said they had a few chances. This is it. They got their window. Let's see if they can take it. Gumpton team kills himself after being naded down by Combo. You hate to see that. And Skyfire maybe feeling the pressure a little bit after losing a round. You know, that's something that I would be surprised by, but it'll be interesting to see how this continues to unfold. Combo is going to be here holding CT for B with flashbang at the ready for his teammate, but I don't think they're going to use that because it looks like Skyfire are eyeing this A bomb site, which is probably their best chance to take safely, given that there is a player being, I was going to say he's starting to favor himself back towards B, but no, he was just repositioning in library. Yeah, they got a player in the site, a player pit, and a player library. Oh, he is drifting back towards B. They're worried this might be a fake at A. So this is actually best case scenario for Skyfire here. They're moving 4 players up arch side, and no one's seen them. It's possible that they've been heard by Charizard inside that site, but it looks like he is hearing this. He is getting this information across. So that's going to be a consolation for the CTs, but ultimately this is going to be interesting. Charizard goes down. MTIW chimes in. Rain hits back with that op, but the T's have got control of this bomb site, and it's a 3v3 with that bomb down. So now this gets interesting. Is Leaky going to expect this? Okay. Might have been surprised, but ultimately manages to escape with his life after shoulder peeking that angle. Leaky does manage to chime in right back with a kill towards lane. It's a 2v2 now. CTs are both moving in to pinch this site, and they managed to take this down. Oh. Little bit of a tense round there for Rozu. Definitely some sweat coming off of those players. But at the end of the day, they are going to find themselves their 8th round of this game. And a bit of an interesting decision now from Skyfire. They've got to decide. They did get that bomb plant, so they've got some decent money. But is it going to be enough to merit a buy? And they're deciding that no, it's not going to be. We see some deagles coming in, some armor. Again, just 1 smoke and a couple of flashes. So maybe a quick rush somewhere, maybe trying to do something. Maybe just looking for those individual plays. You know, and in rounds like this, someone has to step up, hit some nice shots. And maybe that'll happen. Skylotto just goes down before that smoke pops. And this is looking a little rough for Skyfire now. They're wrapping Arch, exploding up Arch, and Rain is delivering, finds himself a second. They do recover that op now, so this could make things a little interesting. Leaky does have the op, and it's still a 4v3. So the CTs are still favored, and they do know where at least 2 of these terrorists are. However, Leaky's got some breathing room here. And Gumpton finds a nice kill onto Combo, and that's himself his own little M4A4. And suddenly it's a 3v3, and they've got this by B bomb site. There's 1 player banana, but if Gumpton wins this fight, this is... Oh, Zuko's going to hold. and wait for that retake. Very smart play by him to wait for his teammates. Makes this 3v2 a lot more likely, a lot more doable. Gumpton loses the timing, and it's all on Leaky now. Leaky misses his first shot, and that's going to be it. They got that bomb plant, which is going to be nice, but ultimately at the end of the day, Rozu just keep taking steps up that mountain. It's getting closer and closer. They can smell that comeback. Now, they're still 4 rounds down, and it's still a long comeback to go. But promising first steps here. Skyfire are going to be able to fully invest in this round. 3 SGs and 2 AKs. So they're going to, they're going to have 5 rifles coming into this now. Rain still has that op on CT. He's going to be opting to peek mid with it. He's not peeking wide, just holding that passive angle in case the terrorists creep up mid at all. That's not going to reward him with anything. But some great utility usage comes in Banana, and Zuko and Combo find themselves a pick on Gumpton. That has to hurt. The T's have been taking the worse for wear side of that Banana fight every single round now, and Combo, man, he barely escapes with his life over there. A great play from the T's almost catches him out, but he manages to escape. And yeah, these CTs here in Banana are on high alert. They lost all this map pressure. They don't know what's going on. Got a player in the back of the site hiding behind that new box, and Combo at the coffins. We'll see if it's enough. The CT rotates a long way away, and Combo's not going to be able to do anything. Zuko gets sprayed down in that smoke, and this is looking worse for the CTs than you could have imagined. Rain has himself an op, which is difficult to retake with on this B-bomb site. So they're going to go for it. They feel like they have to go for it. And it's a hard call to make because you feel like you should save, but they're down so many rounds already. They can't afford to give it up, and these trades just keep coming through for Skyfire. Rain's in a 1v3 now. 2 of the players are so low, but it's not going to matter. Rain's done, and Rozu are not out. They've got enough money saved up that they can muster a fairly solid buy here in this 9th round of the second half. But you see Combo with just an eagle. They do pull the double op setup. This is it. If Rozu can't find this round, their chances of bringing this game back are all but non-existent. A nice little run boost coming in mid, but Rain gets flashed off of the angle and just misses his flick while blind, leaving the terrorists to collect that mid position here in Mexico. The map is somewhat quiet now, some spam coming in, some flashbangs to assert map control, but besides some utility usage, I take that back. Leaky and Skylotto push out through apps trying to find those kills, quickly get traded back. It's going to be a 1 for 2 as Skyfire find themselves now in a 3v4, excuse me. That bomb is still down by Mexico, and Rain chimes in with his own kill, picking up that boiler pick. You know, Skyfire are looking a little bit shakier now. They got the wind knocked out of them in these last few rounds, and they're struggling to close out this game. They find themselves in a 2v4 now. Certainly not a done round. Certainly not undusted, but an uphill battle to be sure. A little bit less uphill if these CTs do not expect MT to snuck into CT spawn, and they haven't. They've got no clue. If he finds the Deagle player Combo, that'd be great, but even better. He is creeping through. He's going to find this op. Oh my god, this is exactly what you need to win this round. You said, remember how I said it wasn't over? This is why. Beautiful. That's the only rifle defending this bomb site down. And, you know, that breaks my heart. As someone who likes to see an underdog clutch something, that kill chiming in from Combo is going to make this a lot harder. Especially given there wasn't even time to plant the bomb. Man, Combo dies there. It's a 2v2 after plant. And I say Skyfire probably wins that. but wasn't meant to be in the end. Combo manages to do an excellent job holding that bomb site. I don't mean to sound so disappointed. It's just it's something I love to see. You know, those crazy rounds, you're not really sure what's going to happen. And now we see a match pause coming in. I'm assuming it could be from Skyfire or Rozu, because both teams are feeling some pressure now. Rozu obviously still has a hill to climb, but the momentum has been swinging in their favor. And Skyfire, again, still have some rounds in the lead, but they've been struggling to put any rounds together and close this game out. So, looks like they're going to opt to half buy. You see some pistols, some armor come out, some grenades, but they're keeping their eco at about 2,000 per player. Affinity does have a bigger bank with 4,000, but these CTs, their eco's been kept honest. They only had 2 players survive. That's a heavy reinvestment. You see Zuko coming in with his SMG, $0 in the bank. Combos sitting at 150. And we'll see what happens. Charizard finds the first pick in alt mid, I'm sorry. And yeah, after that, it's a meat grinder. I was hoping to see a bit more out of the T's here, because they did have some utility. It looks like they took some time to discuss a strat. Unfortunately, none of that came to fruition. We didn't get to see any of that because they just got torn apart by some aggression from the CTs. Gumpton's all alone now, and there's not really much you can expect him to do by himself. Rain's going to take him down without too much of a sweat, and it's 11-14. Again, that was expected, though. That was a half buy. Would have been cool to see something exciting happen, but realistically, you can't expect much. Best case scenario generally is a bomb plant, you know, a few kills. But here we are, 14-11. Rozu trying to bring themselves back into this game, continuing this comeback, which so far has been fairly impressive. They did give up 1 round, but all these banana players take a lot of damage in this burning, and they do net themselves a kill for it. But I can't imagine Combo gets out of this alive. Yeah, Affinity mollies him out, and a 4v4 ultimately is going to favor the T's, and that's if Zuko doesn't get spammed, which they are trying to do to him. I'm hoping the T's heard that gun get picked up. Yeah, they saw Zuko. That's an easy spam for Gumpton, and Rain chimes in with an off kill that they probably weren't expecting. T's, you know, I would expect that might give them some pause, make them second guess themselves, and it is. They took banana control, but oh, Sky, what are you doing? That was so unnecessary. I'm sorry, Affinity. They're all Sky. 2v3 now for the terrorists. Still completely doable. There's only 1 player in this A bomb site, and the rotate at Arch is maybe going to get killed right here. Yeah, 1 for 1. That information is there. There's only 30 seconds left now. Charizard is inside this bomb site, and Skylotto doesn't fully clear it. Rozu find their 12th. And Skyfire, they've got to save again. They've got no money. They didn't get a bomb plant. That max loss bonus is helping them out somewhat, but this game got real close real quick. So this is what you like to see. This is here. Again, we see a CZ, some deagles coming in. Not too much of an investment. They buy down to 1,600. And maybe there can be some deagle shots. Looks like there's going to be some contention in this banana. Affinity's going to burn alive. He's helped. He's finished off by Combo, but he was a dead man walking as soon as he kept running through that molly. Combo flashed into banana, doesn't see anything. They're feeling it. These CTs, you know, they were under a lot of pressure. They wouldn't look at, or you wouldn't know what to look at them. They've been playing. Oh, Gumpton finds a Zeus and a second kill of his own, and that B bomb site is wide open. They were playing composed, but so are Skyfire, and now this is going to net them their own little bomb plant. It's a 3v3. Never let it be said that the Zeus isn't useful. Charizard is heard, and Gumpton might find himself a free kill here. Oh, it's not checked. A second and a third. Gumpton with an excellent play. Aces the entire enemy team. It all started with that Zeus, that little Zeus. And with it, he manages to find himself 5 kills. That is very cool to see. I myself am someone who very much enjoys using a Zeus when I'm on an eco round. It's just so satisfying to hear that little shriek come in when someone gets Zeused, and at the end of the day, it is a very effective close-range weapon. So, unfortunately, there's no kill reward from it, but you take the good and you take the bad. It's a fun thing to use. I enjoy it. There's going to be a pause coming in, and I imagine it's coming in from Rozu because they find themselves on the worst for wear edge of match point. Skyfire sitting at 15, Rozu at 12, and these last few rounds have really worn down their economy. You see 2 players after they buy coming in with $0. There's a few rifles. There's an AWP, but we find a scout here and an SMG as well. Of course, not ideal. Skyfires, they've got everything they could ask for. A full barrage of utility, rifles, and AWP. And Affinity finds a dominant opening frag on a desperate scout. Rain trying to make something work with that thing, but unfortunately doesn't connect. This is looking like this might be the beginning of the end. Possibly the final round here in this quarterfinal. The T's are grouping themselves up towards Banana now. And we find Zuko and Combo here on this B-bomb site. They've proven that they can hold this in the past. However, I don't know. Both of them have struggled in this game. We see Combo with a 0% headshot rating. That's a little unexpected. This take's going to come in. There's a spam through CT. The CT's finding 2 kills here. One trade finally comes in from Gumpton. Gumpton finding a second. He's been doing so much work in these last few rounds. But Lotto, oh, they don't expect it. He manages to escape with his life, but the same can't be said for his teammate, who falls to Charizard after spamming the last bullets from his magazine, and it's a 2v2. Charizard creeping in. He knows that player was around coffins. And I don't know about that flashbang. That was a little unnecessary. Charizard plays that exceptionally well, and Rozu find themselves their own 13th round, bringing this game 1 round closer to overtime. And, you know, you could say that that was probably the hardest round that they had in this run back to overtime. They still got 2 more rounds to go, but, you know, they managed to pull that off with a scout and an SMG. And remember, that scout got entry fragged. That was a 4v5. So, you see, even though that happened, they had 2 survive. Their buy is still not ideal. Some players missing some key utility, an SMG and a FAMAS coming out on Combo and Zuko. This is still pointing in Sky's favor. It's definitely an uphill battle for Rozu. Sky managed to get a full comfortable buy-ins. Lotto missing perhaps a few nades, but ultimately they're not in very bad shape. Taking Banana control pretty convincingly here, and creeping towards top mid apartments as well. We see them lining up the smokes now as they move in to take more control towards this A-bomb site. 3 defenders lie waiting. We do see the UMP over on the B-bomb site, so we do have both of the worst guns over by the B-bomb site, which is actually turning out to be the curse for Rozu, because the A take was a fake, and a fake that worked. All 3 of those A players are clustered in that A-bomb site. A rotate is a very long way away. A smoke does delay this push and possibly give time for a rotate, but it's not coming. These 3 players are committed to this A-bomb site, and Skyfire are just going to be taking this B-bomb site. It's going to take a miracle for these players to hold. Now, MT does die over by A, but I don't think it matters. Sure, the lurker's dead, but that bomb site is taken. Combo does the best job he can and keeps Rozu in this game by chiming in with effectively 2 kills of his own. There is going to be a team kill coming in there, but yeah, okay, Rozu, it's looking like they're going to find their 14th after this. Affinity finds 1, but he's got a lot more work to do. 2 players remain hunting him down, and it looks like he's going to get double peeked. Yeah, not a lot he can do there. The bomb plant is really important for Skyfire because that means they're going to have a comfy bye going into the final round.
Yo, I need to like restart TeamSpeak.
And it sounds like we're going to get a match pause here because there's some TeamSpeak issues coming in from the Rozu side. Yeah. I'll just be silent for a round and let the in-game comms take over. Yeah, no, this has been really cool to watch. I didn't expect this comeback to happen, but then again, you'd never really expect comebacks to happen. That's why they're comebacks. Was there one team that was supposed to be favored to win this? Skyfire? Yeah, so Rozu would be underdogs, like upsetters, if this happened. Okay, cool. Yeah, see, that'd be good information for me to know. Alright, we're getting into the final round of regulation here in the quarterfinals. Let's see if Rozu can take it to overtime. They do manage to get the best buy yet in these last 3 rounds, but even still, they find themselves with a FAMAS on Zuko. It's going to be interesting to see what happens as the terrorists take control of the banana. But again, at a cost, MT loses half his health in the process. These Ts are feeling the pain in that banana. I don't think they've had a favorable trade there yet this half. Maybe 1 or 2, but by and large, not the majority of them. These B players have looked convincing. I mean, I said they had to work magic, and they've been doing it, so. You give someone a deagle and a UMP and say, hold this bomb site, and it's a tall order, but it's impressive when they can do it. You're going to see a FAMAS and M4 holding his bomb site now. Usual positions, Coffin and CT. Going to get some spam through the smoke, but it's not going to connect with a kill for anybody. Terrorists get some nice smokes, lock the CT out of this bomb site. I don't know why MT did that. That was not necessary. You can just wait for the molly to clear. He gives the CTs a gift, a free kill. Maybe because of his nerves letting himself up a little bit. And Skyfire have the bomb down, but it's a 5v4 after plant, and they are running out of utility. Combo flashes himself into the bomb site and goes down to Skylotto. Oh god. Leaky falls, Skylotto falls. It's a 2v4 before you can blink. 1v4. This is overtime. This is overtime. The only thing that could happen is nothing. It's over. We got ourselves in overtime. Wow. Really cool to see. Okay, I guess we're going to go to a short break here while we wait for overtime to get started. Do I have time to go, like, grab water? Okay. I wasn't getting water, yet maybe I was. We're in the first round of this overtime, and Rain's already taken a bit of damage. A good start for Skyfire. Usually that opening damage goes the other way. There is a nice nade coming in from the side of Rozu, which manages to chunk down a few of those players, not substantially. You see about 15, 20 damage coming onto each. But at the end of the day, that's the difference between M4 headshot killing and dinking a person. So that could make a difference in this round. Only time will tell, though, as Rain manages to chime in with a kill, tags another down to 3 HP before Combo finishes him off. Rain with another finding Leaky, and these terrorists are just having no luck. Skyfire struggling, clawing into every bomb site they manage to take. They will find a plant, but that's all they're going to get. Gumpton gets a consolation prize of his own in Combo, but ultimately, a pretty nice round from Rozu. All but flawless, as they claim the first round in overtime. And this is shocking. I've been told that Rozu is an underdog, a pretty dramatic underdog, so this is going to be really interesting to see if they can close this game out. We see a pause coming in. I'm assuming that's from Skyfire, but it could be a technical pause. We don't really know for sure. And yeah, overtime, the money is not great on Skyfire. They got a bomb plant, but they're going to get one more full buy-in for sure. However, that might change if they don't manage to get a bomb plant in the following round. Man, the heat is on Skyfire. It has been for some time. The momentum's been swinging, but that pressure's got to be hard to deal with now. And I commented earlier about how well they were able to bring it back after being down 0-5 in the beginning of the game. We're going to need to see something like that from them again if they're going to win this game. So let's see how they do. The second round of overtime is live, and we're off to the races here. So Gumpton leading the charge for his terrorist compadres up Banana. Stopped by a Molotov, stopped by 2 Molotovs. Throws a smoke down there, maybe a bit prematurely. A few more nades follow up from Rozu, but for the first time all game, that's going to go ahead and do no damage to anybody. Gumpton shows no fear, flashes himself into Banana. Ready to shoot, ready to pre-fire angles. He's flashed off of it as Combo peaks, but neither of them spy each other. And no info is really gained for either team. We see Zuko here holding, Gumpton holding, starting to clear these angles. They're getting aggressive. They want this. Gumpton can smell this. Flash comes in, but the angle is off, and Gumpton manages to find the first kill onto Zuko, giving some pressure, much needed pressure alleviation to the T's as they find themselves up a man in this round. Now, theoretically, they should not have too much trouble converting this. A 4v5 is very hard to win. Like, the higher up you go, the more coordinated teams play, the harder it is to make it work when you're down a man, because teams are so good at trading, positioning themselves to help out each other, that it's just less likely to happen. That being said, we've seen some great holds come in from the CTs so far. Rozu have had some excellent bomb site holds. We'll see what they can do. Rain finds himself in the site with the op, close quarters. He's got a friend Pit to help him out. He hits a nice first headshot onto a T, but doesn't expect Sky MT, and he's going to find himself a trade. Affinity barreling into the bomb site finds himself another kill. And it's going to be a 4v2. Rozu find themselves in a difficult position in the after plant. You know, I didn't really notice it at the time, but the T's barely had time to get that bomb down. There could have been a scenario potentially there where the CT stall a bit longer, kill the bomb carrier, and possibly Skyfire runs out of time. So that didn't happen. And it looks like the CTs are going to be playing for exits, which is a bit surprising to me. This is overtime, and they won the first round. They should have more than enough money to last the rest of this game. You'd think they'd just go for it, but I guess they decided to not. And Charizard is going to find himself a frag. Looks like Gumpton is going to die to the bomb. Yeah, we see. So, yeah, 16-16, all tied up again. And based on how both teams' T sides went, that could be very good news for Skyfire. If they can close this out with a positive T side in the first half of overtime, that could be good news for them. It's been a while since they've been on CT. They've been a bit they are going to be a bit rusty, but they did have a very commanding win streak over Rozu in the first half of this game. Got to remember. So Rain has been playing his heart out trying to bring his team back into this game. 26 kills. And again, on the other side, Affinity and Gumpton both finding 31 and 33 kills respectively. There's going to be a tactical timeout here as one of the players DC'd. Looks like Gumpton is going to be taking a rain check, some equipment issues, or perhaps a TeamSpeak issue. But yeah, can cycle through the KD here and just look at like some stats. MT sitting at 77 ADR. He's 13 and 22. So he does have 9 assists. He's been struggling to find those kills, but he's still been putting in some damage for his team. Leaky looks like he hasn't gotten a single kill in this overtime. His ADR is at 0, unless that's just a glitch, which I suppose it could be. Affinity has been power fragging his way through this game. 124 ADR with 31 kills. And we can't really analyze Gumpton right now because he's not in the server. But he has a very similar stat line, I would imagine. Skyfire might need some of these players to step it up if they want to close out this game. It's not enough to just rely on your star players in tight situations like this. You need everybody to find those frags. Meanwhile, you look at the other side. The other players are all pretty consistent. They're grouped up around 16, 17, 18, 21 kills. They do have that standout player over there in Rain at 26, but there's no players lagging too far behind. Meanwhile, you see MT at 13 and 22. So it's interesting to see how this is going to play out. Hopefully this I'm trying. Well, I'm hoping that this match pause is going to get fixed sometime soon. I'd love to see this overtime continue because, man, these players have all got to be they're playing their hearts out. I can see it in every single one of them, even the ones who are struggling. They all really want this, and the fortitude that each team has shown in terms of mentally being able to bounce back when the odds have been against them has been really impressive. So I gotta say, before anything ends up happening, gotta tip my hat to both teams here. It's been a fun game to watch, a fun game to cast, a fun game to break down a little bit, and I couldn't have picked a better first game to cast. This has been a delight to watch. They don't all get this close, so I'm gonna take a sip of water here. But yeah, this is going to be interesting to see which one of these teams is going to move on to the semifinal, which is also the final. Inferno's probably my favorite map. The other people will say other maps, Cache, Mirage, Dust 2 are some common, most popular, most favorite maps, but there's something about Inferno. I don't know. There's so many different things going on in terms of apartments and how teams can play different bomb sites. And the rotations and the mind games. It feels almost like a unique map to me, and I enjoy it. So that being said, I'm not very good at it. Yeah. Not a whole lot going on. We do see some sprays coming in from some of the players, some graffiti, but we're not really doing much besides admiring some skins here. All's quiet in the game, and trying to think about what else I can talk about right now. So this is something that I'm hoping I'm going to get better at as we continue moving through the process of learning here. I appreciate you guys sticking with me through this cast. I know there are certainly times when I've tripped up and minced my words, misspoke, or didn't quite catch things as they were happening. It's kind of hard to solo cast something like this. I would imagine, again, I haven't really done casting before, but I imagine it's probably easier to have someone to bounce ideas off of and go back and forth with, but it's it's a process as we wait for the final rounds here of this first overtime. There might be a second. It certainly looks like it could be that way, as both teams are still tied up. Gumpton has rejoined the server. Finally gets his name back there as Sky Gumpton. Server recognizes him. Yeah, so when players join and rejoin, their ADR gets reset. So I think that's what we were seeing with the earlier players. But again, 32 kills. I would imagine that damage is going to be pretty high as well. Got that nice little sickle cell anemia there. That Karambit. Case hardened. I like the case hardened Karambit. That's a nice looking skin. Okay. Looks like this match is going to be getting underway momentarily. And I don't know what the T's are going to do. They've only really had... So initially, they only really had any success towards the B bomb site. But even then, they took the bomb site, but they had a hard time holding it. And they had heavy casualties. They usually get stopped before they can even get to the bomb site. They get Oppers picking them off. You see a lot of that happening arch side and also towards the boiler. So I'm not really sure what they're going to decide to do. Meanwhile, the CTs are making it pretty clear what they're going to do. We see them with a double op setup. So they're not hiding anything from us. They know exactly what they want, and what they want is the head of each and every terrorist on this server, which they very well might get, as 10 seconds are coming down now into the third round of overtime, which is finally getting started. So we're off. Nice little ultraviolet butterfly knife here to look at while we wait for the players to get into position. And again, see some entry nades there. Not really going to find much in Banana, but Zuko is posted up here with this op. Grenade barely makes him flinch. He sits there and holds this angle. He knows he might get a kill as a reward for his tenacity. Takes a bit of damage, but ultimately probably not going to make too much of a difference. Finally gets flashed off of the angle. A nice flash coming in from the terrorists. And they find themselves banana control. Affinity is pushing up, clearing these angles. And the CTs find themselves in a bit of a situation. Although, oh, is Affinity going to get spotted? He is. He does. Zuko barely escapes with his life. That nade damage almost becoming important as he's knocked down to just 13 HP. Would have been interesting if he got killed because of that grenade. But ultimately, it was not meant to be. Terrorists are down a man in this round of the overtime with only 40 seconds left. They're grouping up towards B. We're going to see some smokes and mollies come in momentarily. There they are. And there are two players here to defend this B bomb site. Zuko and Combo find themselves in the same positions we're so familiar with them holding. And Zuko smoked off, Combo smoked off. They do their best to spam through that smoke, but ultimately, these terrorists are going to find themselves a plant. And as these smokes clear, the CTs have got themselves a 5v4 retake. Two of these players are very low, but this is going to make it a lot easier as Rain manages to find Gumpton over that edge of that smoke. Skylotto does get a kill on a cheeky CT trying to push preemptively before the rest of his teammates, but Leaky's going to trade out Sky. Ooh, some nice kills coming in from MT, and another kill from Leaky. They're going to pick up their second round of this overtime. Okay. First half of the overtime is over, and Skyfire did manage to win it on the terrorist side, 17-16. See, now, that doesn't seem like much of a lead, but given how both teams have played on the terrorist side of this map in this game, I'm concerned for Rozu. Skyfire have every chance of locking them out of these bomb sites and ending this overtime here and now with a victory. However, it's too soon to tell. You know, it's been a while since Skyfire were on CT. That was the first half of this game. That was a long time ago. There have been a lot of rounds between then and now, and it might take them a few to get used to it again. We'll see what happens. It's off. We're here. We're started. The terrorists are running. The CTs are running. Everybody's running. There's a lot of running going on. And Zuko finds himself a little flash up mid. Forces those CTs back. It's Skyfire's turn to decimate the banana, and although those trades do come back, I was gonna say that ultimately favors Skyfire because of the damage on combo, but in the end of the day, at the end of the day, a 3v3 is not really a great situation for the CTs to find themselves in. Ultimately, that's always going to favor the terrorists. It's 2 rifles here to defend, or sorry, a rifle and an op in CT. And a smoke comes in, but it looks like it might be a fake.
Man, I got deleted.
Yeah, I was fucking full blown.
Rain and Zuko both did get deleted. Okay, yeah, so there is this bias towards the B bomb site from Affinity, but he's ready to rotate to arches, which is just what this team needs because these terrorists are coming A. Gumpton ready at Boiler here. Is this another fake? You know, they've been doing a good job of faking me out, and the teams as well, because this is not an A take, this is a B take. Only 30 seconds left now, so I'd imagine they're actually going to commit to this one, but I suppose they could run back to A with their knives out, like a bunch of Neanderthals. I'd be surprised to see it though, as they make their way onto this bomb site. Smoke's coming in, Sky's boosted. They don't expect it. Sky, I'm surprised he can't convert a kill there. That should have been a pretty easy spam. He saw the player cross as the smoke wasn't good. But Affinity's going to chime in ultimately. Lotto pushes through the smoke, and... oh my god. Gumpton's going to find one. Both of these CTs are so low. Watts is tucked in the corner, sure. He's in a 1v2, sure, but he's got every chance of winning this round. Affinity's got that op, which can be so deadly. Oh god, is Watts going to walk into it? Oh, Affinity hits the shot. Watts doesn't connect with his first bullet, and Skyfire take the first round of the second half of this overtime. It's 18-16. You guys know what that means? Skyfire needs one more round to close this game out. One more. Rozu needs to win 2 to force double overtime. But once again, they are in the hot seat. Skyfire have taken control of this game again, in no small part thanks to Affinity and his opping. He's been playing great for them. Gumpton himself too. Of course, his stat line only shows 1 and 1 now because of his disconnect, but he has been no small part of this victory. Combo's going to take just a pinch of damage. Might not seem like much, but again, that's going to be the difference between an M4A4 dink and a kill. So that could make the difference in this game. Terrorists are wasting no time pushing up, taking control of top mid and apartments, and the CTs have been more than happy to give it to them without too much of a fight here. Some utility to slow them down, sure, but Gumpton is the only... oh! Gumpton gets flashed in and manages to take one, but the T's are pretty ready for it. Affinity's going to have to hit some nice shots here and hold this bomb site. This is the first one. His teammate in the pit is going to trade one back, but it's a 2v3 for the CTs. That bomb will get planted. Skylato does his best to spam, but he's not going to find anything. And these CTs are in trouble. All 3 of these terrorists are so low, though, and none of them have an op, which is a very good sign for these CTs if they go for this retake. 2 of them are 1 M4A4 bullet. Oh, they're going to save? See, I don't understand why they're doing this. There's only one more round left in the half. I know Affinity is going to be low, and they're going to probably want to drop an op to him. But man, I wonder if they just don't know how low these CTs are, or these Ts are. They have every chance of winning that retake, especially with 2 of the Ts tucked into that bomb site, like pigs in a blanket. Ultimately, the Ts are going to be able to close this round, and Skyfire opting for the perhaps safer choice of just saving into the next round and making sure they have a full buy. However, that being said, it's hard to say what the right call there was. I still feel like they should have gone for it, but again, you can never really know for sure. If they had gone for it and won, then I'd look smart, but if they'd gone for it and lost, I'd look like an idiot. So this way I get to pretend I'm smart. I'll take it. Final round of the first half of overtime here, regardless of who wins it. We might see a double OT, we might not, but Skyfire, I'm sure, are going to do everything they can to close this round out right now. They don't want a double OT. Zuko takes some really bad damage at the bottom of Banana there towards those T steps. Affinity peeking towards mid. He's looking for that info. There's some T's in apartments he might be able to catch. Does have a player watching apartments from pit, so all he has to do is sit here and stare, isolate himself, and just hold this angle. He doesn't have to worry about anything else right now. T's are grouping up towards A. It could be a fake, but it doesn't look like it is. Affinity's mollied off and tucked back into this bomb site. 4 CTs are pulled back over, and they leave 1 lurker. It's so important that Sky MT can hold Banana by himself, because if he falls, CTs are going to be in trouble. However, 45 seconds left. MT does spot the T, and Rain chimes in with his first kill. Affinity gets a cheeky one back, and Leaky kills the ass player, finds a second. It's turning into a massacre on this A-bomb site, and Skyfire are so close to closing this game out. Excuse me. Lotto trays one back. Lotto has the round, a gray round, and it's over. This is it. Skyfire managed to close it out in the final round of the first overtime. There won't be a second overtime. This is it. GG to both teams involved, and we're going to take a break. You're watching the Real Qualifiers here with me. I'm casting. My name's Aaron, and yeah, this is it. Cool.